Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Poor Man Gamer, where we believe poor gamers can have fun too. Today I'm going to show you a couple replays that I have. So this is the lineup that I used in the latest championship rivals. I actually lost it quite, I went 11-4, but I lost a few matchups, and a lot of the comments I got back from you guys and also on Reddit was, hey genius, why don't you get rid of your Titan and replace it with a Predator tank? So I said, alright, well, you know what, internet, I'm skeptical of you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run anyway, and I'm going to see how it goes. I actually won quite a few matches, and it took me all the way from down here to all the way up here. I'm pretty confident with the Predator tank. The internet was actually right in that I'm actually going to win. What I'm going to do now is actually show you my match history. I'm going to show you a few games, and I'm going to break them down one by one to show you the ones that I won, the ones that I lost, and hopefully these are good examples we can learn from. The key to winning as a free-to-play player is managing your units well by what they call micromanagement or microing. That's where you select your units and you make sure that you move them very carefully so that you get the matchup advantage. Now, I'm going to show you guys in the view that I saw. This is preferably my view. If you guys like to see the whole map, please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know, hey, idiot, poor man gamer, I would rather much rather you show me what the opponent's fog of war is like too, and show the whole map. So right off the bat, I started with a missile squad. Most aggressive decks like to begin with with missile squad first and then harvester. I do it the other way around because I guess I'm kind of a dummy. I'm a free-to-play player, but I'm also a bit of a dummy. So here I see a bit of a problem. I see a flame troop. I know that I'm going to run into trouble against them. So I build a Jumpjet squad. I try to micro away from him, but as you notice, I totally get roasted. I'm doing the best I can. What I did do correctly was I sent a missile squad up front to try to keep the pressure on him. Both of his harvesters have quite a bit of damage on it, and right now the pressure's on him now because the missile is going to keep ticking to make sure that he tries to capture that first missile. I wrote my Lieutenant Strongarm. This is where he rolls out his Nod Buggy. I try to keep my focus fire on him with my missile squad. I lose it, but fortunately I started my Lieutenant Strongarm there. I am able to hold him off just long enough to almost capture this missile, but I didn't quite get it. But I know that I will eventually get it because I do have an advantage in terms of the matchup. So I'm going to keep my mouse right over the pause button so that you guys can see how I managed to win this game. I keep pressuring him with my Jumpjet squad because that doesn't do that obelisk of light doesn't do much damage against infantry. Take a look at here. That firing range is within 2 tiles. I purposely keep my Predator tank away. And my focus right now is to knock out his harvester. If I can't get the economy advantage, I am boned. Like, I am not going to win this game. He's got a tick tank, so I'm going to hold back because the tick tank really doesn't do much, to be honest with you, if you just keep away from him. My primary attention right now is on his harvester. So take a look at what I do here. See how I switch fire? The Predator tank's fire rate is pretty slow. I switched before the Predator tank got in place because the Predator tank does not do very well whatsoever against when they're not planted. Once I take a shot, I move down further and I don't allow his Predator tank to have any advantage on me, and I just keep that pressure on his harvester. Take a look again. At the top, he's got a Widowmaker, he's got a Nod Buggy, and he's got another tank, so I keep rolling out Predator tanks. So on the bottom, I have the complete advantage now. I microed away and I got rid of his tick tank. Take a look here. I don't focus fire whatsoever on his Nod Buggy because it doesn't do any damage to my Predator tank. It does very little. And at the top, I'm not going to engage his tick tank. So now I took out both of his harvesters. I stall out his economy. There was his tick tank again. Look at that. One shot took out almost all its health. I'm trying to keep away from his cyborg there. I keep engaging his tick tank because the missile count is going to keep going up now. And take a look what happens here. I know that Predator tank is very, very weak against a cyborg, so I roll up my Shockwave troops. I've done quite a bit of damage against his harvester, so I was hoping, and with that second obelisk of light, maybe that went a little bit too fast, so I'm gonna break it down. I built a Jumpjet squad, moved it to the bottom to keep harassing his harvester. My Predator tank I moved back so it gets out of the range of the obelisk. And at the top here, I keep my pressure on my Shockwave trooper against his cyborgs. And as the missile count is getting very, very close now, I actually back off my Jumpjet troops to reinforce that missile tile. What I'm trying to do now is just to block off whatever it is that he can send my way. So there it is, 2 troops again. I have my Shockwave coming, it's going to knock out his flame tank. And because I got that first missile, I was able to get that second win, which is a big, big plus for me. So now moving on to the second battle, you can see that he's got all level 8 and 9 units, a lot of tech heavy units. And for me, I just have all level 5s and 6, and my strongest is 7, and my base is level 5. So this guy outranks me quite badly. I'm going to show you guys how I got this win. Again, I'm going to show you what I see. So let's take a look here. We're going to speed it up. We both start off with harvesters. What I should have done was start off with a missile squad. So let's take a look at here. There we go. You are going to see exactly what I see. So I start with a missile squad and I go, woo, double harvester. I'm going to feast. So I open with a Jumpjet squad to rush him. Take a look at here. It's a big mistake on his part. He should have just kept mining with at least one of his harvesters. He didn't. I moved my missile squad down because the Jumpjet squad is very squishy. You see I took some damage there. So I just keep focus fire on his harvester because I know the squads I have on the field right now does very little damage against his infantry. I roll a Talon here thinking, oh, maybe he won't catch it, maybe he doesn't have a missile squad. I'm trying to move my Jumpjet troop back to stall out the missile. I have bad micro here. I'm using a PC and it's lagging a little bit, and also my internet's not that great. So my micro's not great. I don't want to stall out the missile. He's got the advantage right now, and I just realized all of my rushing did not pay off. It truly didn't. Like, I astronomically failed. So I was thinking maybe I can sneak by a Pitbull on the top, and even that didn't work out. Look at that. He blocked me off so well, that missile squad. I did not get a single shot off on his harvester. So I backed that off. So now I'm thinking, alright, I gotta rethink this strategy. I need to step off, let that missile count go up, and then make sure that I get that first missile. That is my thinking right now. So I sent out 2 Shockwave troops. You'll notice that I don't really have much of an economy going right now because I can't get that advantage. And his economy, if you take a look at it, is just crushing me. Like, just crushing me, right? So I roll out my Lieutenant Strong Arm. I roll out a Predator tank. I'm doing everything I can to chase him off. I don't know why he backed out so far. He should have kept it where he is. Here comes his zone troopers. That's okay because I'm on all 3 tiles. It takes time to knock out my units. And again, I focus fire more so on his harvester than I care about his Wolverine. I'm doing the absolute best I can to harm his economy. I roll out my Shockwave troops on the bottom, and at the top, I roll out my Shockwave troops even more to take out that zone trooper. I'm not as concerned about his Wolverine because as much as people love him, I don't think they're that great of a unit. So let's pause here for a second. Let me show you the whole map. Okay, so he's got a double harvester, right? He's got a Titan on the map. He's got a Wolverine on the map. He's got an economy advantage. And even though I captured that first missile, I'm in a bit of trouble here. So I'm going to show you how I actually managed to come back from this match. So I rush him at the bottom with Jumpjet squads thinking, oh, that's a brilliant idea against vehicles. Nope, his Wolverine just totally destroyed me. So I roll a Predator tank to get rid of that Wolverine. And I'm also trying to take out his freaking level 9 zone trooper, which has so much health. They are so tanky. I managed to take that out. I'm trying to roll up my my Jumpjet squad to sneak in a vehicle there. I roll in a Predator tank on the bottom just to distract him a little bit, take the fire away from my Jumpjet squad. I finally take out his Wolverine, but of course the second one rolls out. So here now it's almost like crunch time. So I'm gonna slow it down here as the missile's going up. The Shockwave on the bottom, the Titan doesn't do much damage against the Shockwave. Shockwave doesn't do much damage against the Titan. Predator tank at the top against his Wolverine, right? Because that does do some damage. My Lieutenant Strong Arm is there. I'm thinking if I can just capture all 3 tiles here, I'm able to win. So this is where that real last minute thinking comes in. Shockwave troop on the bottom doesn't do much. Um, I'm not sure if I catch the missile at this point. I think I do. But even if I don't, take a look what I did here. I rolled out a Talon, knowing the Titan can't do much damage against my air unit because it can't do anything, right? And I'm hoping that by just rushing it, I'm able to capture both the missile launch and win this game. By the narrowest margins, I am actually able to pick up this win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, as Vin Diesel once said in Fast and Furious. A win is a win. So I was able to capture that. So now is actually, I believe, another match here. This was considered a challenge match because as unknown enemies, as a low-level player, I haven't unlocked a lot of my units yet. And I really like the way they revamped this because it really does help out lower-level players like myself and many others. Right, like yourself, if you're a free-to-play player in your lower level, if you don't have a unit, so if the opponent has a unit that's already been unlocked, but you don't have it yet, it's actually a challenge match for you, which is great. So let's stop here. I didn't see that, excuse me, he opened with a Jumpjet squad. I'm thinking, nuts. Look at my economy on the bottom left here. I've got 2 missile squads. He has no harvester. And I'm thinking, I am totally going to be screwed here. I'm going to lose my harvester. So I try to rush back my missile squad to do what damage I can. I save up for a Shockwave troop. My bad micro sends my harvester back for one more shot, and of course I lose it. What I was intending to do was run it all the way up and switch places with my Shockwave troop. So my Shockwave troop was able to take out both of his Jumpjet squads. Knowing that he did that, I was thinking, oh, maybe he's not going to build Shockwave troops and he's not going to build a harvester. Bad mistake. I sent out my missile squad on his part. I sent my missile squad trying to rush his harvester. It didn't work. So I built a Shockwave troop. The missile count was actually going up a lot faster than I anticipate. I don't worry so much about his Jumpjet squad because I am focused entirely on winning that missile. I thought a level 7 Shockwave would take out level 8 if I had first fire advantage, but I barely get that. I actually lose my Shockwave troop, but I am able to get that win. Right now, he's got a very strong economy going against me. He's got the Shockwave troop advantage, so I'll roll a Talon. Talons can't touch missile squads. So take a look what I do here. I'm thinking maybe I can sneak by a missile squad because he's not paying attention because he's distracted in the middle of the map. I notice that he's got a dual harvester, which now really puts me in trouble because it tells me he's probably got tech units he's saving for. I keep the pressure on him in the middle. I am trying to win this missile as quick as I can. I'm moving my Shockwave troops and I use my Talons to the max advantage. And I try my best to take out his Shockwave troops. He's sending another Jumpjet squad when, in my opinion, he should have saved for the Tech Lab unit. I'm on all 3 missile tiles now, and at this stage of the game, he can't win. So to answer Reddit's question, was it better to build a Predator tank? These 2 games, I didn't actually build a Predator tank yet, so the answer is I don't know. But yes, you're right. Playing an aggressive style in order to capture wins, it would have made more sense to use a Predator deck. To use a Predator instead of a Titan. So we're going to go through another game here. I actually lose this match because I did not micro my units properly. This guy legitimately beat me because he was a better player. And I watched these videos again because I learned from it, and I'm hoping that you guys are able to learn something from it as well. So let's take a look at this start. I'm actually going to leave the entire map open. He starts off with a harvester, just as I do. I'm going to build a missile squad like I usually do to try to rush him. I gotta remind myself if I'm playing aggressively, start out with a missile squad. I haven't actually seen this before. Somebody opening with an air tower and starting out with the Venom. I leave my missile squad there. I know it's weaker than the Venom and he's higher level than me and I'm gonna lose. I didn't send more units because I figured, well, the missile count hasn't gone up yet. It gives me time to build a Pitbull. And maybe with a Pitbull I can take out his Venoms a lot better. He micros it really, really well. He actually moves his Venom away. My primary concern is to take out his Harvester because he is a higher level player. So what I should have done was micro my Pitbull better and move it away from his stupid bikes. I didn't do that. I just stood there like an idiot. First mistake. So take a look here, folks. If I ran around with that Pitbull in the beginning, I would have done way more damage and not die so early. But now, and take a look at another bad micro here. 2 bikes, 1 Pitbull. I should have backed off. I didn't. So of course I was late. And now look what happens. I lose my Pitbull. So now look at the unit advantage he has, 3 on 1. I should have built another Pitbull. Instead of doing that, I'm getting ganged up on even more. I should have ran to the bottom to stall out that missile. I did. Now he's got 3 bikes against 1 tank. Of course he's going to win. And he is going to capture this first missile. I tried to use my Pitbull to get that missile here. I don't remember if I did or not. It looks like I'm going to. Oh, no, I didn't. And take a look here. Let's pause for a second. I am able to build a Shockwave. I need a Shockwave to take out his missile squad. But here, instead of doing the smart thing and building a Shockwave troop, I built a Predator tank. I lose my Harvester anyway. I don't defend anything. I lose my missile. Out comes his Obelisk of Light, and now I totally have no chance and I lose. So I am completely out-microed here, and it's not even close. So now we're going to take a look here again. He has a massive advantage against me. This is all I can see, just to let you know. He's got an Obelisk of Light. He's destroying me on the bottom. I'm thinking I'll retreat and do the best I can and try to come back from this. I built a Shockwave to counter his missile squad. I move my Predator tanks up to protect my Harvester. I built another Pitbull because they're very effective against Venoms. I don't have a good anti-air unit at this time because I should have built a Talon earlier. Truthfully, I really should have. I don't know why I didn't, and now I'm paying for it. I'm trying my best right now to win that second missile. I do not expect him to build another Obelisk of Light because he has a double Harvester. He's got a massive economy advantage. So I finally, after all this time, roll up a Talon, which I should have done much earlier. But now he's got the Cyborgs, and they just wipe out my my Talons. I'm trying to capture this missile right now, so I'm trying my best to play a little smarter with my Talon and everything. But so here, take a look at what I did. I know getting 3 tiles out of the against the opponent is going to get me the win. I tried to block him off. I couldn't. I got all 3 tiles here. I actually did steal this missile, which is great. But if you think about it, it's really for naught because he has a massive economy advantage against me. He also, I don't have any tech units. He rolls out his flame troops. Sorry, his flame tank. That kills me off right quick. All my troops. I roll out a Predator tank, trying to gang up on him, and his Obelisk of Light is just absolutely kicking my butt. This is the stage of the game where I wish I had a Titan. It's why I like the Titan. It's because if I had a Titan, I'd be able to hold them off a lot better after a slow start. As a lower level player, playing super aggressively has its pros and cons. The cons in this case is if you fall behind early, you cannot come back. You just don't have the units for it. So there's my 3 battles with a Predator tank. The results were what you saw here. So is it better to have a Predator tank or the Titan? The answer is it depends on your matchup. If you are very good at microing, much better than me, which I'm sure many of you are, then a Predator tank is better. If you're terrible at micro and you're trying to come back after a losing match, then it's going to be better for you to have a Titan. So there's my conclusion. If you disagree with me, please feel free to comment, and I'd love to talk about it. As always, have a wonderful day. Take care.